Bless.
Thank you. I'll get that out. Get that out before it's too late.
It's waiting for our 4 cents. I want to see if there's audio. Oh, so on the other one, Jeff, I was like, if you get 50 subscribers, like, he's like, oh, someone's got to get their nipple pierced. And I was like,
What?
I was like, no, I'm good. He's like, 50 subscribers. And I was like, well, we have 0. So sure. Say it's waiting. Stop waiting.
Waiting for what?
I don't know. I'm just gonna test it real quick. I'll do one of these jobbers. See if it switches on the YouTubes. Live. What the fuck you waiting for? So yeah, tell your friends. 50 subscribers on Sassapat. I'm getting my nipple pierced.
You? What about James?
No, he didn't want to.
He didn't want to? You want to?
I don't want to either, but I said I would do it.
Wow.
I don't understand. Internet is weird. I don't understand. I'm restarting YouTube's too. Try that. Do this. Live. Hello?
Yeah, you can hear me?
Internet is weird. I don't understand. Alright. I think whatever. We have to turn this down now.
Right, yeah.
Alright, now that we know we're working, and I can start actually recording.
Yeah.
I don't need that shit. What do I want? Some notes. I don't have anything for the turn.
Oh, right.
What are we gonna talk about?
I got one question from Gary.
Alright. We'll just talk real slow.
Yeah.
Well, we'll start with that. We'll start with Gary's question. When we get there.
Yeah.
Alright, let's rock and roll. Fuck it.
Do it live.
What?
We'll do it live.
Yeah. Welcome.
Hey, forecasters, we're back.
Oh, I totally forgot about that.
Yeah.
I'm really glad you said that.
Oh, I wasn't going to forget about this.
No, that's perfect.
Yeah. Welcome back to Our 4 Cents. I'm Andy.
I'm Zach. This is round 11.
No, 13.
11. I don't even know why.
What are you
I'm
thinking?
literally looking at 13 right now.
Yeah. This
Forecast.
is now a baker's dozen.
Yeah.
I'm actually meant to bring bread today and to have on the table as a little joke. But
That would have been nice.
yeah, I didn't realize that we were going to be doing another day game, and then I was behind, and here we are.
Well, we were attempting
No
to-
bread on the baker's dozenth.
No bread day.
Yeah, it's fine. But you directed to the forecasters. We were thinking about calling our listeners the forecasters. There's Our 4 Cents. It's a podcast, it just sounds like it could work. Let us know if you got something better than that.
It's got a good ring to it.
I like it. Because, most podcasts has their own listeners.
Yeah.
Like, they have their little nicknames for it, and I think the forecasters would be a good one for us.
And if someone gives a shit about something, like, ooh, it's a cloudy day over there for that forecast.
Yeah, it's pretty good, yeah.
We throw in some, it's
Yeah.
nice and sunny.
Yeah, with all the hate mail brings in the clouds, and then, we get some sunshine occasionally, and people are happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
So let's talk about the Charles Schwab. Congrats, I guess, to Jason Kokrak. I'm a little upset about it. I mean, I thought I had a good thing with Jordan Spieth. That pick was looking real good for a while.
And that would have been our first full-on win,
Yes, it would have been.
which would have been huge.
Yeah, and if he just goes even on Sunday, he takes it. But he had
He played terrible.
he crumbled.
He full on
Total crumb job.
total crumbulation.
Yes, crumbulation, Crumblestiltskin, Crumbleina, Crumbo. If you have an affinity for flying elephants, but oh my god, that's gonna be.
I thought you were doing like shrimp, like jumbo shrimp, crumbo shrimp.
Yeah, or shrimp gumbo, but crumbo instead. But I was going with Dumbo,
Or like a crouton.
a crouton.
Yeah, they're crumbly breads.
Oh, of course they are. Yeah, like Jordan Spieth is a total crumbulation.
He's a Jordan Spieth's a crouton right now.
Right, and yeah, we had all those nicknames for Phil last week.
Oh, we did.
Yeah, but
Inadvertently.
right. This
we have
week
a bunch
was
for Spieth.
This one was oh my god. He started off so well on Thursday, 7 under. Excuse me. He and Sergio had beautiful starts, and Sergio was the only guy in the top 20 that played worse than Jordan on Sunday. Like he went 6 over.
And then you're like looking forward into future events, and you're like, do you pick him?
Who, Spieth?
Yeah.
Just because based on the fact that he could have a day like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. He had 3 fine days.
I know.
Like the putter was pretty hot, even though like I feel like on Thursday or maybe it was Friday, but he could have went 4 strokes under, like further than he was, which was already a good number that he put up.
I don't know where I saw it, but it was a stat about 54-hole leads, and I think he's like 10 out of 20.
Yeah.
Which is good, like 50%. And then like DJ, who is it? Like DJ Rory, there's someone else, but they're in like the 50 to 60% range.
Did you see what Tiger would have been?
55 out of 59.
Wow. I wonder what happened those 4 times, because like those are probably the ones that like he thinks about the most.
There's one I kind of
like
remember.
if it was, especially if it was at a major.
Yeah, which is probably even more rare.
I think I've seen in the past that like he does not lose 54-hole leads in majors. Like it never happened. Maybe one time.
I think he lost one.
Yeah, but Jordan knows how to do it. Like we've seen him do it at the Masters.
Oh, crumble?
Yeah, he's had like this isn't his first crumb job.
No,
He's done it before.
no, he's good at it.
Yeah, starting to get a little bit of a reputation.
And I was gonna say, I think it potentially could start happening more. Either that, or he's gonna go in the complete opposite direction and dominate.
Yeah, you would think that he would in his backyard. Like I didn't realize how good of a pick it was last week, but yeah, like Dallas Fort Worth, like
He went Texas.
Yeah, I only based it because of the Texas thing. I didn't even realize that his stats at the Colonial are off the charts.
And we don't really do that much research.
Yeah, we really don't. And then, like, it was like Thursday after he was playing well, they put the stats up, and I was like, holy shit, because like since 2013, I think he's like 82 under for that tournament, and then the next closest person is like in the 40s somewhere.
So he's lapping the field.
Yeah, he was like he crushes it there. So
he'd be like,
I was like, when I saw that, I was like, oh, I guess I made a good pick, And then,
he's like Usain Bolt versus us, like running around a track. He'd
Right.
just be running around us.
Yeah, just like
Hey, man.
like a flash going by every time.
Oh, there goes Spieth again, another birdie.
Yeah.
Another one. Yeah. Like,
Now, him crumbling. There's it also made me. I noticed Justin Thomas has a lot of this going on too. He hasn't done anything since the Players.
yeah, he really hasn't been playing.
He's
that
been missing
well.
cuts. Like it's. I'm starting to think he's in a slump where I don't want to pick him for anything. And
Yeah, but with this is
like when we started this, it was all Justin Thomas.
Yeah.
Like he looked better than anyone else on the golf course, and it's just not the case anymore. So it's weird how you go through.
It's 'cause I picked him.
peaks and valleys. Yeah, maybe.
it was my fault.
It's been happening longer than
I know,
than
I
your
know.
pick. Yeah.
But I was thinking of same thing with like Bryson's kind of just floating around. Like he makes the cuts.
Right.
My pick didn't make the cut.
Oh yeah, you've been off. Sanjay M. Didn't,
know.
Yeah, he had a
did.
poor showing.
Yeah, he didn't make the cut. You know who else didn't make the cut?
Clearwater.
Keith Clearwater.
Keith Clearwater with our winner this week of the worst score.
Yeah, the Mormon.
Is he a
We
Mormon?
went to BYU.
Okay.
So I would have to assume
So very good.
if you go
chance.
to that school, you're a Mormon.
I think that it's like a very high percentage.
Because like why else would you go there.
Oh.
Even for athletics, like I would be like,
Well, if you live in Utah, and that's going to be one of the biggest schools.
I think he's a Cali
state.
kid too.
Really?
Well, he's like 60, but originally from he was a kid.
He's 60 years old. Too.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's not young.
All right, so he won't be getting in touch with us for an interview.
No, he didn't. I tried to find him on social media, and it did not work.
Right. Did you try anything for Da Points?
No, I didn't try the points.
Because he was our winner for the weekend.
Yeah.
DA Points. Or we like to call him Da Points because he scored too many Da Points this week. And in golf, you want to score less Da Points.
Less of the points, not more of the points.
Not more.
Maybe we should let him know.
Yeah. He was actually on my first fantasy golf team.
Ever?
DA Points, yeah.
The first one you were ever in.
Yeah, I believe so.
I've never actually been in one.
They're fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's funny because, I know people that just can't stand golf and they're just like, I don't know how you watch that. And I was like, I listen to golf on the radio and like I play fantasy golf. I'm like, it's getting more and more popular. But yeah, back then it was kind of a rare thing to see.
Yeah, it wasn't super popular, and that's not that I was. I mean, I've only been in one fantasy football league in my life,
Yeah.
and I've been in this. It's the same league, and I'm on year 3.
Okay. Yeah, they can be frustrating, but it gets you more invested into the games. It's more fun. I find it to be more fun to watch when you have, something on the line there.
Little skin in the game.
Yeah. And yeah, DA Points, like single-handedly won me like $150 that year for winning a segment because I think he won the Zurich that year. It was like right before the Masters too, so he got into the Masters and it was a big win. No one else. I only picked him because I like the name,
Of course.
You have someone on your team that has a silly name and something you can do with it. So here we are, and we're back now, winning awards still.
He's still getting trophies.
8 years later, baby.
That's good.
Yeah. So what else did you notice about the Schwab Invitational?
Phil.
Or challenge, I shouldn't say the Invitational.
Yeah.
It was the challenge, which I like. We mentioned that, how it has a good ring to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he got the. What did he get? The
plaid
jacket.
jacket, yeah.
The jacket, which is whatever.
I didn't even stick around to watch that because hockey was coming up. So I just,
yeah.
once, he had 3 putts to win or whatever, I turned it off right then. I didn't want to hear Jason Kokrak doing any interview with Amanda Balionis. Like, I didn't care.
Yeah, I could care less. But that's his second win in like 17 months,
Right.
which is good.
Yeah,
good
he
for
hadn't
him.
won. I think he had like 250 starts before he won his first, and now he's,
Making moves.
making moves. He played well. He deserves some accolades, but I'm pissed with him because I wanted that win from Jordan.
Yeah, that would have been good.
It would have been nice, but
And because it was the CJ Cup at Shadow Creek was what he won
okay.
previously.
Yeah.
And then Phil accidentally, quote unquote, missed the cut.
Oh, he missed it on purpose. He didn't want to be there.
100%.
He was nice enough to show up for the fans. Like you could even hear the fans say, "Hey, Phil, thanks for showing up." Like it was like while he was on the course, getting ready to miss the cut on purpose.
Because I think he had like 3 holes left, and he was in the cut line, like he was safe.
He was hovering. Yeah, he was or straddling it.
And then I think he went 2 over in his last 3 holes.
Yeah, it was
Like,
a
oh no, I missed
calculated crumble.
Yeah.
Like this guy is. I'm starting to like Phil more and more. Actually,
Yeah, he knows when to crouton himself just right out of the building.
yeah, because he didn't. He doesn't. Yeah, he didn't need to. Come in 37th place. Like he just had a huge win. Show up for the fans for 2 days. Get the hell out of there and
Yeah,
enjoy.
he's getting old, man.
Enjoy this the end of the spring here, at the beginning of the summer, after Memorial Day, baby.
So the other funny thing was, obviously he's a little older, the oldest PGA champion at 50.
Right.
50 in like 11 months or something like that.
Yeah, he's getting close to his 51st. Yeah.
Yeah. So the senior PGA championship was also last weekend.
Oh, right.
And Alex, don't know how to say your last name, Keshka?
Cheka? Alex Cheka?
Yeah, sure.
Is it Cjeka?
Cejka.
Oh.
Sejka? Sejka. I think it's Sejka.
Okay.
I'm going Sejka.
Isn't there a Cheka or something that
I don't know.
from the past?
Maybe.
Maybe. I can't recall.
He's actually older than Phil.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So the senior PGA is younger than the PGA champion.
Oh, you said he's younger than Phil. You just said he was older.
Did I say? I thought he said he was younger than Phil.
But
he's younger than Phil.
Oh, that's funny. That's
Yeah, he just turned 50.
Oh, how about that?
So that was a fun fact. And he actually won the whatever the major was for the seniors. He won it back. He won the last one as well. So he's won back to back,
Oh, okay.
which is crazy.
Step aside, Bernard Langer.
Right, that was my thought. I was like, man, Bernie's coming for your title, but Bernie's getting up there too. So
Sure. Well, you see, that's fun. Every year, there's a new crop of 50-year-olds that can show up and.
especially I think guys that were like Alex didn't do a ton in the PGA Tour. He was more European. He played more on the European Tour, but just in general, like no one really knows who he is.
Yeah, I think what a lot of these winners they don't have to be good on the PGA Tour. It's like it's more so have they taken care of themselves?
Yeah,
Do they still have the ability to?
it's a battle of attrition. Like who
which
can
is why
maintain?
Phil would just destroy on that tour.
Yeah.
And I think when he
did.
played last year, he was killing it. Yeah,
Yeah, he did.
And then he kind of just stopped playing. Right? It was,
Yeah, I think that's a really good point. And I was watching some of Phil's swings. They hit like some clips where it was just like when he was in the 90s and then all the way up. Like every year they'd have a swing of him hitting a driver.
okay, just showing the progression
And
changes.
he has to swing it 15, 20 miles an hour faster than he used to.
Yeah,
Like his
That's
swing
something.
when he
And
was,
part of that is equipment.
yeah, but I just meant like he goes after it now.
Yeah.
Before he didn't really. It was just like a very smooth lefty swing. Now he takes a lash at it.
Yeah.
I was like, man, at 50, like
Well, he's
you're-
grown with the.
I mean, he's
the way the sport has grown, he's grown with it.
he's bulked up.
Yeah.
For sure, which is good. You know, I think that helps him.
Right.
But it was just
but we've
interesting.
seen that you could overdo that too.
Oh yeah,
Like with Rory messing up his drive a little bit.
yeah, trying to go after speed like that. I just meant like Phil just looks jacked compared to his like 25-year-old self.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
So like in the 25 years, he's put on some weight in a good way.
Yeah. Which is you wouldn't have thought that was going to happen that way, but hey.
No, I mean he was hefty lefty. He had a short run of hefty lefty. Now he's just he's kind of beefy. And then yeah, so there's a little bit of a letdown I think for that event though, just because it's after a major. You're like, oh, major,
Sure.
okay.
And it wasn't exciting at the end either. Like it
I think it was
Jason Kokrak actually tried to let Jordan into it at the end, and Jordan just wouldn't take the bait. He was like, "No, I'll just continue crumbling.
Yeah.
I'll get another bogey." Like he started off his round par, and then he goes bogey, bogey, bogey.
yeah. When you do that, you have to.
It's got to be in his head at that point, and
Yeah, you're not feeling so hot about anything at that point.
right. But what's fun about that is Jordan always gives commentary. He's talking to
so
his ball,
good.
and he's talking beforehand. Like the only person that does that as much is like Billy Horschel, who I was enjoying watching him this weekend because he was just having fun with his bad play. Like I saw him drive a ball, and his response was, "Oh my God, I think I may have hit a fairway."
Those are always good.
Yeah, because I think he was like, I don't know, 2 for 14 fairways hit.
Jeez. You think just by dumb luck?
It looks like the fairways are kind of hard to hit at this course too.
Still.
Yeah, a lot of overhanging trees. Like this is how I like a golf course to look. It's what I imagine when I imagine a golf course. I should say.
You go tree lined?
I like all those the trees that are on there. Like just how green the grass is, and like the variations of colors between the fairway and the rough, and the greens and the fringes, and like all that. The sand is like real white.
Oh yeah.
It's just a good looking course. Like if you've ever played Golden Tee,
Yeah.
you know that game.
Where you have
So-
to
Oh yes,
slide the ball.
such a great bar like arcade game.
I would love to
But-
get one.
Oh yeah, they're not too expensive for the old models.
Yeah.
But like when you're selecting a course, you got like desert ones. You got maybe not quite rainforest, but you got like all these like weird looking variations of golf courses, and they've got like a classic looking one.
Yeah.
And that's what the Colonial is where they were this weekend, right?
Mm-hmm.
It feels like that's what that design they're going after when you see that type of
For sure.
yeah. And
Do you prefer that?
well, not always. I mean, I like getting a variety and changing things around, but that's definitely one of the
I just know like
one
courses
of the
in-
styles that I look for.
Well, like North Carolina, there is a different grass, but it's a lot of pine trees. So you get like that style where like
Sure,
the
yeah.
the ground is very brown, and you have from all the pine needles falling. So they just kind of make them into like mulch beds of
Sure.
pine needles.
Yeah.
So like that's kind of a cool visual. And sometimes if they like overseed in the winter, so you'll get like brown rough,
Uh-huh.
and then they'll do the fairways are green and the greens are green. Like visually, I love that.
Yeah, that is nice.
It's such a fun spot to just be like, oh, I know where I'm hitting.
Uh-huh.
I got a good target.
Yeah.
So that one's cool. But then yeah,
There's
deserts
like beach courses like Kiowa last week, and like when you get like close to the shore, like those like beautiful views and that kind of stuff. So it's but go on.
No, that was it. I was just saying like the desert's kind of similar where you get those
Sure.
hard line like this is the desert, this is the golf course.
Right. Yeah, I do like that when they're out.
I'm a big
Phoenix.
fan of those for sure.
Yeah. So props to Colonial for
Looking
for
good.
looking good. That's all you have to do. It's fine.
Yeah, so we got local qualifiers happening. I think they're in like sectionals now for the US Open. So we kind of like we're ramping up for the Open, which is a good one. The US Open, not the Open.
Yes.
So that's good. I'm pretty excited about that.
Oh yeah, you just did a like a draft for the qualifiers, didn't you?
Yeah, the local one.
The local, yeah.
Yeah, that was fun.
How'd that go? Did you pay Gary yet?
No. No, I did not. He had the low man. He picked the low man.
Right, yeah, exactly. He had
So-
no idea what he was doing.
No, he had no idea.
It
And
was awesome.
honestly, we had like the other three people, we knew a decent amount of the people, but there was a point where everyone was just picking a name. That
Sure.
name sounds cool.
Yeah.
Like, oh, there's two Zachs playing. Like, I'll pick those two.
Uh-huh.
I'll take them.
Why not? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They did terrible. Oh, and then there's also the match coming up. Match part 2.
Oh, I'm glad you brought that up because I did want to talk about that. My buddy Aaron Rodgers got paired up with Bryson.
I know. Which
Which
obviously
is like it's frustrating for me. It was tough to read that.
I saw that and I was like, oh man,
Ooh, it hurt. It
you gonna
hurt.
pick them? You gonna?
I'm gonna have to root for him
You know, right? This is what I
because
mean.
I'm definitely like if the listeners don't know, I'm a big Green Bay Packers fan, and all this gossip about Aaron Rodgers has been a little nerve wracking.
hurts the heart. Hurts the heart.
Yeah, but the thing is, he hasn't said anything, so I don't believe everything that's getting hyped up. But I didn't want to see him get paired with Bryson. That's for goddamn sure. And
Would
here
you
we
have
are.
rather Brooks?
Hell yeah, I like Brooks.
I know. Though, there's all the drama.
Right. Well, see, that would have been fun if they were like because it's Phil versus Bryson, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, it'd be better if it was Brooks versus.
Brooks and Bryson.
Yeah, that would be pretty good. And
Well, I mean-
everyone's like hyping up their feud too, which is probably nothing.
You're right.
And
I think
everyone
it's-
just likes to have fun doing that stuff, and it's just like it's annoying to me because they're not asking for any of that, and then one eye roll gets you like this whole like people are writing articles about it and shit. And it's like
Yeah, they've been going back and
it's
forth.
so uncalled for.
Well, Brooks tweeted at Aaron Rodgers and said, "Sorry, bro."
Yeah,
And I wonder if
so he's
if
fanning
Brooks
the
would
fire,
have.
which is
Yeah, and I wonder if Brooks would have been picked to play if he wasn't injured.
Oh yeah, I mean, for all we know, they could have asked him and everything like that, and he could have declined. It's-
Right. Because he's been hurt. Like
Right.
Brooks is hurt, so he's not really going to be playing a lot. He's probably doing a ton of rehab, and
Yeah,
so
which makes his work at the PGA that much more impressive.
yeah. So like we said, we won't see him till the U.S. Open anyway. So
Yeah. So when is the match? I know the announcement happened, but is it
I think it's in July. So I think it's after the Open.
okay?
Because I don't think they're doing it in June.
Yeah.
I forget the exact date. I'll have to look it up.
Sure. It should be fun though.
Yeah, and I just hope they're mic'd up like they were for the last one, because that's what makes this so much more enjoyable.
It does, but they don't. They hold back. You can tell that they're holding back.
Yeah, but they could still shit talk a little,
Right.
and that's like all I really care about, and I think that's what makes it enjoyable for me.
I enjoy that too.
And
But it's
the
just,
more you
it's
can
dialed
listen.
back too much. It's not real. I want to see it. I would like to hear the commentary if there was no fans and it wasn't being televised.
oh, that'd be amazing.
It would be good. And like
I would really actually.
one day they'll eventually maybe that stuff will happen.
maybe pay per view it.
Yeah.
So it's like
But there's still that element of them knowing that it's a show still. So
Yeah,
like
that's
like
true.
that it can't be done that way.
yeah.
It's a shame. It's not that big of a deal if we don't get to see that.
I mean,
in
you
our
got to
lives.
get people to listen. I understand. That's what we're trying to do.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Oh, and No Australian listeners yet.
No.
No.
Ugh. That campaign really failed.
Yeah. Well, there's still hope. And I'm not really good with social media
Right.
enough. Like, I don't think either of us are, that we're like going out there like, how do I get an Australian listener?
Yeah. Yeah. I've
Very
put
specific.
zero effort. Yeah.
But my thought is, if anyone that listens tells everyone they know to listen to this podcast, and then they tell everyone they know, etc., etc., 6 degrees to Hugh Jackman. And we're golden.
Yeah.
And he's going to be our listener.
He's an Aussie.
That's
Yeah.
right.
All right. That might work. No, but yeah, it's
Maybe J Day.
if Jason Day comes on the show, we're gonna get more listeners. That's for sure.
A lot from Australia too.
Yeah.
They might take over the U.S. listeners.
Yeah. We're gonna. All right. This campaign is just. It's coming back to life.
All right, I'm feeling refreshed. I'm feeling
We're
revived.
getting some Aussies. It's gonna happen.
One way or another.
So, do you want to move to the turn, or is there anything else?
We'll get turn it.
Yeah. Not that we have a turn prepared for this week, so we're doing it live.
Yeah, we're winging it.
Yeah. And I'll start off with one of our questions from a forecaster who sent this in weeks ago, and I
All
just
right,
I forgot to.
And I want to thank you for continuing to say forecasters, so it sticks in my brain.
We're gonna try. Yeah, we're gonna try and get this
Because otherwise, I'm just gonna forget about it,
right. Yeah.
and I have to hear it like repeatedly
Yes.
throughout this hour.
I'll try to bring it up one more time. Our listener asked what format you like, because it would have been perfect for last week, because I had just come off of a tournament where I played, a better ball, alternate shot, and a captain and mate. So all three of those formats in the same tournament.
Is this for viewing or for playing?
Playing, but we
can
can
do both.
we can do both sides because we got to kill time anyway.
Yeah. So I'm gonna talk real slow.
we don't have to do that.
No, I know. As far as formats that
Like I played the captain and crew yesterday for
Yeah.
Memorial Day tournament. I love that format because it's you're just having a fun day out there. You're not
and we talked about this previously, where we were like, it'd be a really fun tour,
right.
like a captain and crew tour. Not even necessarily like a tour, but kind of a tour
Yeah, just like a mini tour where you can just do a
Right.
handful of events.
where you have to have different groups of people, because that's usually what happens in a captain and crew anyway, is you have like a variety of handicaps of people.
Right.
You're not all scratch golfers going out there and just being like, oh, let's go. Like, I've done that before on like a pretty hard golf course when I was down in North Carolina.
Yeah.
And it's like, you shoot like 16 under. And it's just like, all right, well, that was like effortless.
Yeah.
Like, even if I'm the last one going,
Yeah, you're probably not even
not
putting
me.
half the holes because
Yeah.
it's already been made.
Yeah,
so many
like
times.
you forget. You're like, how do you even putt? Like,
Right.
I haven't hit a putt.
I haven't
in a-
putted 3 holes. Yeah, like one of those situations.
So I think that's the most fun.
Yeah.
I think I just had a really good experience.
Alternate shot is difficult.
That's what I was gonna say. I've
Yeah.
had
So that one adds an element of you're not in the zone. You can't be in the zone when you're doing alternate shot.
so that was actually when I was down at school. That was the lowest round of golf for 9 holes that I played there. It was in an alternate shot event.
Oh, so you guys were in the zone.
Yeah, we were in the zone. I shot 1 under
How about that?
for 9 holes on like a normal, like full length, down back at Methodist University, front 9.
It was called Downback. That
Yeah.
was the name of
Yeah,
the place.
down back.
Cool.
Because it's where it is in the property. It's on the back of the school, and it's
Okay.
down a hill, so down back.
Jeez, that's
It's a good one.
yeah, it's pretty good.
Going down back? Yep.
Yeah. It makes me think of like a fast food chain,
Oh, that'd be-
like a regional.
Yeah.
You know.
you can't take out Cookout. Cookout is king down there.
Is that a place is called Cookout?
Cookout, yeah, it's like a
Yeah, I'll go to the Cookout down back. It's like a
Yeah.
Pizza Hut
Yeah.
/ KFC.
no Cookout's just like their burger, like a burger joint in North Carolina.
Oh, gotcha.
But
Have you ever been to a Kentucky Hut?
what?
A Kentucky Hut? It's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Taco Bell, and Pizza Hut.
Oh no.
Oh, they've
Man,
got
maybe.
Yeah, there's some buildings that have all three connected because they're all in the same same entity.
Under the
same
under the
umbrella.
sun. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Fine. You say
yeah.
umbrella.
Kentucky Hut.
I like that name.
Yeah.
But alternate shot I've had good experience with, but it could also be real. It could be stressful if you have someone that's really good and someone that's not. It's got to be stressful for
Oh,
both.
yeah. For both, yeah, exactly.
Both parties.
Yeah. Because the bad person's like, oh no, I'm letting them down. The other person's like, this person's letting me down.
And I have to hit this really fucking close right now.
Right.
Otherwise, it's just not gonna work,
Yeah.
And it's also bad, like if someone has those really bad shots. You're like, oh man, we were in the middle of the fairway, 100 yards out, and I blasted that thing
Right.
50 yards right of the green.
Yeah, and then like you're taking like approach shots from places that you've never been before.
Right.
If you have these like wildly different quality of player.
And I've had that experience where, like in a captain and mate type event, or captain mate, captain crew, where they're like, yeah, it was really weird. Like I'm never that close to that hole,
Right.
Or I'm never in that position on this golf hole.
Yeah. Like you
Ever.
got to go out and practice that beforehand, knowing that, your partner's going to outdrive you by 60 yards.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to like, oh, well, maybe I'll take some practice shots from this area.
Right.
Like, I don't even know what club to.
And I also like the better ball. I think better ball is like a
Well, that's
better-
just like it makes you feel like you're playing regular golf.
yeah.
You
And I
know,
think
it's
that's a
like-
better test of a team, like the team.
Yes, yeah, the whole ham and eggs thing. Like you can
Exactly.
have your mistakes, but your partner needs to notice that and step it up when that is the situation. So like I do like that format in terms of team.
Yeah, I think that's definitely my favorite one by far.
Yeah.
But as far as just
Camaraderie and fun. Give me some captain and
Oh,
crew,
God,
baby.
it's so good.
Yeah.
It's the best. My only issue is that I think we're lucky with Dave's tournament
Yeah.
when you have eightsomes out there that it's
Oh, because
highly
you can't cheat.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you like to think that doesn't happen, but there's people are shitbags. So like
right.
it does happen. But yeah, when you have 8 sums on every single hole on a 19-hole course, it's just
yeah. And there's an additional 8, the 20th.
right for the sandwich hole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Oh my
there's a
God.
ton of people there. And yeah,
For any listeners or any forecasters that haven't been to this tournament, you should show up even if you're not playing in it. It is
Sleepy Hollow,
yeah.
19 holes.
First week of August.
It is.
Man, oh man, it is a party.
It is.
It's just like these speakers on the course that are like concert style. Like if you wanted to see like a rock concert, these are the types
They're
of
big.
amps that you're going to see, and
Well, yeah, we were
it's
on
blasting throughout the entire course. It is so much fun. What a day!
Yeah, we were on the 19th hole 2 years ago. And when I was like, we were calling Gary the hammer.
Yeah, yeah.
I think I told the story, so I might just skip it. But anyway, we
can do like get into syndication and
Yeah.
rehashing stories.
yeah, right.
I don't remember you telling it on the air though.
Oh, nice. So we called Gary the hammer, and so we were on the 19th hole. It was our last hole,
Uh huh.
and so I texted some people up there, and I was like, "Play MC Hammer, hammer."
Oh
time.
God, that
Play
is
hammer
so
time."
good.
And so
I have heard this story, but I don't
So-
think it was on the air. And that is such a good move.
And so, literally, like we're joking around about it, and they're like, "Yeah, we'll do it."
Uh-huh.
And I was like, "All right." And literally, as he's putting the tee in the ground, the music starts,
Yeah.
and I was like, "That could not have been more perfect of timing."
Right.
Like it was the most ideal situation I could have asked for.
Right.
And I
Oh,
was
that's
like,
so good.
It was like one of my happier moments.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Something is just like falls into place.
Oh.
That's really good.
Serendipity.
Yes.
That was easily one of my favorites.
And he was the hammer is the person who asked the question too, which is
I know.
pretty good.
What up, Hammer? Wonder if he's watching. No, there's 0 viewers right now, so he's
0.
not.
Yeah. So he's not that bummer.
It's all good. It's all good.
Any other ideas for the turn?
I was trying to think of something while we were talking about this. So this is just a general, like, it's not a fitting thing, but I was wondering, like, how often you get new clubs.
Oh, very rarely. Yeah.
Which is, I'm in a position where
Because there's people who get clubs every season.
Yeah.
You know, and
I know people that get numerous clubs a season,
oh sure,
repeatedly,
yeah,
every single year.
oh yeah, like they think that it's going to change their game, right?
And I don't. There's not like a nice way of saying that's not your fucking problem, bro. Like, dude, I will give you lessons, and I could
Yeah,
promise
you shouldn't be wasting money on the clubs. You should be buying lessons. Is what that person
you're spending
should be
like
doing.
$600 a year, and then like you trade it in, you get a couple bucks back.
Oh,
But,
but
like,
trade-ins never go well for you. Now
No, you might get lucky and get a buddy that will buy it off you, and probably get more than a trade-in value, but still,
right,
just get lessons. It's not the club,
yeah, it's
it's
not.
not the archer, or it's the archer, not the arrow.
Yeah,
That old Indian and arrow thing. Yeah, it's you. But yeah, how often do you get?
I don't know.
Like, how old's your?
Once every 10 years. I don't know. Like my
Like, how old's your driver? Driver's
Uh,
newer.
yeah, well,
Ish.
it's a slider. So
Okay, so that's pushing it.
3 or 4 years old, right?
No, keep going.
Really, the slider's older than that. Well,
I'm pretty sure because they've had. What are they on now? I don't even remember. Oh, they're on the Sim.
I was gonna
2.
say the Sim 2. Yeah, that was.
So Sim was last year. They had like the M series.
Oh,
so that was
right.
a couple years of the M's.
Yeah.
Maybe even 3 or 4 years of the M's. And was the R1? I think it was R1 and then that.
Yeah, I've had a driver that I've hit for 10 years before.
Yeah.
You know.
That's
And-
the only, like, if the irons are good and the grooves are good, I can hold on to irons for a while.
Right.
Like, I had my old Mizunos. I had those for a decade.
Yeah.
I probably lost some spin over time. Like, they were just worn out.
Yeah, that happens.
I also hit a lot. In that time
Right, I
frame, when
remember
I had those, I hit golf balls every single day.
Yeah, like your wedge, it has the ball mark on it
Yeah.
from being hit.
The
so many
grooves are
times.
gone.
Yeah.
I think from like 7-iron down, I would say the grooves are gone.
Yeah.
Above that, not so much.
Now, does that affect? You can't get much spin on the ball if you got no grooves.
Yeah, it's not good when you're like trying, because really what the grooves are doing is trying to push the water and dirt away. So like it gives it that space.
Yeah.
So then you could actually the ball contacts and spins.
Uh huh.
So it's more of, I think it has more to do with the fact that you're just not, there's nowhere for the dirt to go. It just goes up against the ball,
Yeah.
and the wet hits the ball, or the grass gets it in between the club and the ball. It literally just has nowhere to go.
Yeah.
So yeah, in that sense, it's changing. But if you like perfectly hit off like a mat or something, it probably wouldn't matter as much.
Okay.
It still matters.
Sure.
But yeah, now I don't hit as much, so I could probably hold on to irons for probably like 5-6 years and be like, these are still good. I don't care as long as my swing speed doesn't change dramatically.
Right.
I honestly think though, like putters, another one, you could hold on to those things forever.
Yeah, but people don't.
No,
Some people do. Some people don't.
I don't mind the idea. Like I've had 4 in my life.
Yeah. That's probably around the same number as I have.
Yeah, like I got one when I was young. And I mean, maybe I've had a couple when I was young, like little putters.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
How old were you when you got your first Scotty Cameron?
0. It'll never happen. I'm not buying one of those stupid fucking things.
Oh, did I just bring up a sore subject there?
I'm gonna invest that $400 in Dogecoin.
Oh yeah, is that working out for you?
I don't know. No, I've never actually invested in any cryptocurrency.
Right. Yeah.
Oh man,
So.
God, you got me sidetracked by Scotty Cameron.
Yeah. So,
Anyway, drivers though, I think you should not wait as long. I think they lose their pop.
yeah, they're expensive.
Well, that's the problem.
You know.
Because like I know I did. It was years ago, but I had 3 drivers.
At one time.
Yeah, they were old. Like
Okay.
2 of them were old and one was brand new. So I went to a driving range, and it was actually good because there was a hill right at the back, Fawnwood. I don't know if you've ever gone to Fawnwood driving range, but
No, not familiar.
it's flat, and there's a big hill at the end, and then there's a fence, and then there's woods behind it.
Okay.
I was like, oh, I'm gonna see how far these 3 drivers go.
Yeah.
So like I hit the oldest, and it was like it would end up like near the top of the hill. I went to the one I was just getting rid of, and it didn't even make it to the hill. It was like dead.
Oh yeah.
And then I hit my new one, and I was flying it over the fence.
Over the fence.
Yeah, into the woods.
Okay.
And I was like, and I was like, man, the oldest driver was in second place, and then
Yeah.
the one I was just getting rid of was dead.
Huh.
And it just happens. I think the faces on them are so thin that like over time they're just getting that like expansion contraction of hitting a ball all the time.
Yeah.
I think it just wears on them.
Huh.
And they're just done.
Yeah.
And I think like I've played with people and they've had really old drivers, and I'd be out driving them by like 80 yards.
Yeah.
And they're like, "How do you hit the ball so far?" And I was like,
I have a driver that
I was like,
works.
dude, get a new driver. I was like, I guarantee you will do nothing else but gain. Like, you don't have to do anything else to your swing. You'll just gain 40 yards.
Wow.
It was that old. It was like one of those. It was the
Yeah.
Nike.
It was like a wooden driver.
No, it was the Nike Square.
Or a Big Bertha.
No, it wasn't.
Not
no,
that old.
It was a big. It was still a big head.
Sure.
But I
Big
could-
Berthas were like the thing
Oh yeah.
back in the day. How about
Yeah,
that?
They were iconic.
Yeah, absolutely.
They
you
were
know?
an iconic driver.
Yeah, if you wanted to be a good player, that had to be in your bag at a certain time. What
Ping
was that?
irons.
I'm gonna guess like 95,
Yeah, somewhere around there would be.
maybe a little bit later,
Yeah.
mid to late 90s.
Yeah.
Those ping eyes, man. Those are my favorite wedges I've ever hit. Ping eye twos. Ugh.
They're still really sought after.
Yeah.
I mean, they're still great.
All right.
You could still find those around. Like some people bring them in all the time, or people just still have them.
Still have them. Yeah. It gets
I mean,
them,
that's gotta be-
gripped. Yeah.
They got to be 20 years old
Right.
minimum,
Yeah.
which is crazy. Like that was my first full set of clubs was the i3 pluses, which was like they didn't look the same. They looked like just normal clubs. Like the ping eyes were very distinct.
Yeah.
They had like a very distinct shape, that like super high toe. They were just like
Yeah. They really did. Yeah.
there were some funky looking clubs. Like when you think of like today's standards of like a blade or anything like that, they were nothing like that. They were just these like big hunks of metal.
Right. Yeah. You can hit the ball well with them.
Yeah, I guess it was a lot. It had to do with the spin rates on those things were great, like sand wedges and stuff. Because like Phil carried, I don't know if it was the i2, but he carried in that generation of clubs, like he carried a ping sand wedge forever.
Yeah.
Just because the spin rates were so good off of that club.
Yeah. They got good clubs.
Big props to them.
Yeah.
I think I'm good on the turn.
Yeah. Let's move to the back.
Buy new drivers,
Buy a new driver.
but
I'm not talking to me.
no, I'm not saying everyone. Sometimes you don't have to buy 50 a season.
Right.
Just
yeah.
get some lessons. All right, there. Public service announcement. Part 1.
All right, so to the back.
Memorial.
Yeah. Another nice course.
Yeah, this is
This is one of America's finest. Mm-hmm. When you
probably top 20. I don't think it's in the top 10, but
Yeah.
it's still pretty good.
Okay, it has its charm. We'll say that. I mean, it's a jack course.
It's a jack.
yeah.
The jack of all trades.
Right. How old is it? Have you looked
76.
Okay.
I don't know if that was when it was built or when they started building it, or like if that was when it was completed and that's when they started this tournament.
Sure.
I don't really know. I didn't really. I did a like super fast researching on the memorial,
Right.
and it's right after Memorial Day,
Mm-hmm.
a couple weeks.
Yeah. Do you think they do
Oh
that
no,
on purpose?
It's this week. It's like in a day.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't
mean,
know.
Memorial Day was yesterday, and the tournament kind of starts today with like practice rounds and
Yeah.
pro-ams.
But I wish
probably
they would-
pro-am tomorrow.
I know they won, but if they flipped the one they just played and this one, so if they swapped the Schwab,
Yeah.
swap the Schwab.
Swap that shop. Well, some years they might
that's
sync
true.
up. You know.
Because that'd be a good Monday finish. Finish on Memorial Day.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Start on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. That'd be a cool event.
They've got to get us working for them.
I know.
You know.
Bunch of bunch of
This
hoo-has.
is a bunch of malarkey. I mean, just adjust the schedule. It's easy.
Yeah. Just say, hey, this is going to happen on this day.
Yeah.
Boom.
Boom.
Done.
Yeah.
It practically writes itself.
Right, but I mean, you got to consider people are going to be barbecuing
Yep. Have the
and
TV on.
not watching. Yeah, I mean, technology these days, get it out there on. Yeah, put it in the backyard. It's going to be fine.
Put it on a projector.
Yes,
Oh,
you know.
sit in the pool,
I don't know. If,
sipping a brew.
sipping a brew. Lousy weather this
Oh, that was
this
brutal.
weekend for us up in the Northeast.
Yeah. We had a 2-day tournament, Saturday, Sunday. There was some poor souls that had to go outside
Oh,
and,
yeah.
for like 4.5 hour rounds of
I
it.
saw people golfing on Sunday and Saturday. I was like, no, what are you doing? No.
Yeah. And I understand the people that signed up for the event. I get it.
Oh yeah, right, exactly.
You signed up for it. You're like, all right, I'll play in it, whatever. But the people that just randomly showed up and are like, oh, we're going to go play 9. Oh, I'm going to go hit the range. Why?
Yeah, I mean, I love golf as much as the next guy, but
You got
not if the next guy is that person going to the range. And,
There's a time and a place, man.
yeah,
This is not either of those.
yeah. Go watch the Schwab. Just go watch the Schwab.
The Schwab's on, dude. Go watch it.
But back to the memorial. We just got
Oh,
sidetracked again.
Whatever. Yeah, but it's Jack Nicklaus. It's Muirfield Village.
Okay,
There's actually 2 courses there. There's the Country Club at Muirfield,
right.
and then there's Muirfield Village.
Okay, fancy.
So if you happen to get access, you're gonna go play a couple holes. Make sure you show up at the right golf course.
oh, yeah, that's a mistake we've all made once or twice.
Oh, I have a good story about that actually.
Do you?
Yeah.
Have at it.
So at the club that I work at, on Tuesdays we have round robin. So there's like between 200 and 240 golfers
Is that right?
every Tuesday.
Wow,
Yeah, that's a big one.
that's today.
Yeah.
And another, another apology to the forecasters for being late this week. It was Memorial Day, okay?
Yeah.
Uncle Andy got drunk. It happens. So we're here. We're still playing a day game for you on Tuesday. So
Yeah. So anyway, these guys random show up like, hey, we had a tea time at 12. We're like, So I'm like asking people, I'm like, did you take this tea time? Did you take this tea time? No one knows who these guys are.
huh?
They're like, oh, our pro called, said we could get access to your course, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, all right, cool. And like, we just kind of let it happen. Like they paid their fee,
Yeah.
like unaccompanied guest fee. They paid the $150 or whatever.
Oh yeah. Wow.
And so they're like, whoop, they get out there. And I'm like, I don't know who these guys are. And no one knows who took this tea time. Like, it's not on any record anywhere.
Sweet. I like these guys.
Yeah. They got
they
away.
pulled it off.
Yeah. They pulled it off.
But they still paid 150 though.
It's not like they just walked out on the golf course.
Yeah,
And were like,
which that would be an impressive move.
yeah. I think if you're walking, there's spots you could probably pull it off.
Yeah.
But if you're going to be on a cart, nah,
Right.
that's a tough one.
I had a buddy who lived on number 3 of the falls. And we would go off and play
that's-
like 4 holes and then
Yeah. It's the falls.
yeah, that was nice.
That's why it's there.
I like doing that back in the day.
So then I'm like, all right, you know what? I'm just going to call the country club that those guys are from.
Sure.
I'm like, double check this. Make sure they're at least that kind of, like, at least they're at another country club.
Yeah.
Because that gets you access. Like, if your pro calls our pro.
Right. Yeah. No, I've seen like the old courtesy kind of thing.
So I call the guy, and I was like, hey, man, like, I don't have any idea. And he's like, did you call? And he's like, yeah, I called, and blah, blah, blah. And he was just like, oh, this isn't. I was like, you're not the canoe club. I
Oh,
was
get
like,
out of here.
I was like, nope. We're the country club of Scranton, not Scranton Canoe Club.
Yeah.
And he's like, I am so sorry. Like, they went to the wrong place.
wow.
And I was like, no offense to the canoe club, but I think if you're going to play 18 holes somewhere and just get lucky,
Yeah.
you reach the peak in northeastern Pennsylvania when you
Yes.
show up at Country Club of Scranton
Right.
and not the canoe club.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah, those are dramatically different courses. One's like a 2,000-yard track,
yep.
and the other one is
full length top
Yeah,
whatever in the state.
has held like USGA events.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, like
U.S. Open qualifiers,
right.
And,
It's
state AMs. and
they're different courses.
they are very different golf courses. Obviously, the price was a little bit of a jump.
Right,
They
they were like,
probably went
I
from
wasn't
like,
expecting to pay one.
yeah, I think that's what they said. And so I saw them after, and I was like, just so you guys know,
How old were these guys?
30s.
Okay, cool.
They just put it in their phone wrong, I think, and they just like showed up, and they're like, okay,
Wow.
$150, not okay, but okay. They're like, man, this place is great. I was like, yeah, you're at the wrong golf course, but
Yeah, so when you saw them afterwards, what'd you say?
that was pretty much it. I was like, well, you guys might be the luckiest people because on Tuesdays we have all those golfers.
They shouldn't be able to get out there. Yeah,
They shouldn't have, and the timing was like perfect
just impeccable for them. Yeah.
for them to play the old course, like at the exact time they needed to go out.
Nice. Yeah.
I was like, yeah, you guys got to go, get out there.
Yeah.
Just all right, let's go with it, I guess.
Sure.
Yeah, so that was some dumb luck.
Good for them.
For those four. Cheers to them, whoever.
Whoever you are.
Yeah,
Yeah, because they're probably not listening.
highly unlikely. Although that would be nice.
Yeah,
that
that
would
would
be a good note to get.
Right. That would be funny. Yeah. It's
Some
like, hey,
forecaster,
me.
some forecaster fan mail.
A new forecaster. Yeah.
And I said it. I said forecaster.
Now it's going to be
It's
locked.
locked.
It's going to be locked in
I'm
there
in.
now. Yeah.
I'm golden. Yeah.
So I haven't even thought about making a pick.
So Jason Day's a member there,
Okay.
if that helps.
He's an Aussie.
He's an Aussie. Maybe we could get some Aussie love if we pick
Yeah.
him.
Are you going with him? Is that why you bring him
I
up,
don't
or
think
is
I'm.
it just
No,
a
I don't
thought?
think I'm gonna make a pick this week. I need to reset.
Oh, come on.
I need to
Actually, I kind of like that.
I can't.
You're not even making a pick. So I, who's
Well, John Rahm won last year,
okay,
and
I'm-
and we're actually in the 2020 season
yeah,
because we're not no break for COVID.
right.
This is a straight up, and they don't get any stupid ass jackets.
So I should pick Justin Rose.
Ooh,
I should,
you
huh?
want Jay Rose?
I kind of do
All right. If you want him
for no reason.
for no reason at
'Cause
all.
it's, I mean, he's not a Texan. We're not in Texas anymore.
We're in Ohio.
We're not in Kansas anymore either.
We're in Dublin. But they're down with the Dublin.
All right, Toto. Where's? Oh, actually, no. Toto's from Africa. Or they just sung about it.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe they're from Australia.
Toto?
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll find out. We'll find out soon enough.
Will we?
Yeah. Well,
I don't even know. But I really don't know who to pick. I might just go.
No, I like your non-pick week.
All right.
It's kind of funny.
Yeah, I'll take a week off.
Yeah.
Who are you actually going to pick?
I'm picking Justin Rose unpromptly for no reason.
Okay.
That's
Is he playing?
that's a good question right there.
Or are we both?
I got to assume that he would be playing at the.
Oh, Toto's from Los Angeles.
Oh, how about that? That was quick.
Internet.
Yeah, so they just sung about Africa. That's all.
They just really liked it.
They really liked it.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't?
Exactly. I mean, I've never been there, and it's huge.
I'm planning on going.
What part?
Um,
All of it?
well, climbing Kilimanjaro.
Oh, okay. That's
So
pretty serious.
I forget where that is. Well, it's apparently it's not that crazy. It's a steady hike the whole way. Like you're not
Oh.
like scaling like rocks and like climbing with your hands and
It's just like a more or less casual walk.
it's like just like a long stroll apparently. But then you're getting into some serious elevation as well. But I do have a plan to do that.
All right, Rose isn't playing, so pick again.
He's not playing.
No.
Damn it.
There's Rahm, Redmond, Reed, Rogers, Rosner.
Those are my only choices.
Well, in the R's.
in the R's. Oh boy, here we go.
What you gonna do?
God, how about give me the M's? I want to pick someone in the M's.
Peter Malnati, Hideki,
Ooh, Hideki. No, let's skip that.
Denny McCarthy, Tyler McCucumber, William McGirt, Rory, Troy Merritt.
Oh,
Colin Morikawa.
Rory. I haven't picked Rory, have I?
Nope. It might be a good one for him.
Yeah, Yeah. Let's go with Rory this week.
All right.
Here's
Rory and
let's
Rory
hear
and
some
nobody.
Roars, yeah, because he got a win not too long ago.
2.
Yeah.
Didn't he get 2?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
Does he have a kid?
He might.
Does Ricky have children by now? I mean,
I
it's
think so.
bound to happen by now.
He's running out of time. Clock's ticking there, Ricky.
All right, yeah, we're getting some Roars at the Memorial Day. Some Roars at Muirfield.
I hope so.
All right.
Because I'm not picking because I need to mentally reset.
You really do. It's been a mess
Yeah,
for a month now.
Yeah, I had such a good run,
Such a good run.
and then I fucking ruined it.
Yeah,
I don't even know what ruined it. Oh, it was what's that dude's name? Cabrera Bayo.
Bayo. Yeah.
You said it was a bad pick, and I went, I don't care. I'm still picking him. And then he did well-ish.
like 2 weeks later.
Yeah. So I blame him.
I blame you.
No.
Just take a week off, reset, regroup, collect your thoughts. It's gonna be okay.
No, I'm gonna make a pick. Gary Woodland.
Oh God.
It's Gary Woodland, or if he does bad, I picked no one.
All right. So will that do it for us?
Yep.
We're out of here.
Public service announcement time.
We'll try and be better next week.
Yeah. Attempt to be. Hopefully my pick is worth picking, or was worth picking.
Right. All right. Slow down. Move over.
Please. If you can't move over, drop to 20 below the speed limit and turn on your hazard lights. So when you see something happening on the side of the road, move over and slow down. And if you can't get over, slow way the fuck down. It'll be a whole 5 seconds of your life going really slow through an area. So wherever you are in such a rush to get to isn't as important as someone's life.